It's looking like rain again. It's a little bit windy and it's getting a bit black up there, so I think we'll have a bit of rain very shortly. Now, I want to go to the village in just over 2 weeks. My wife told me I have to go for allergen test when I get there. It seems a little bit extreme, but she says that, I mean, I'm near Buddylam, 100k short of Buddylam, and apparently covit is rife there. But they got one of these big hospitals there, like a big room where everyone full of beds, and everyone with covit has to go there. And apparently it's full up, overflowing. So I don't know, but I think that's for the Thai people, not for the foreigners. So I don't know. They seem to be very scared of people going there. Pattaya I think is pretty clear from covit because 90% of the people have had vaccines. But in the village they're a bit slow with the vaccines, I think. My wife has 3 because she's a volunteer nurse. She have 3 vaccines and she still have a big mask and she's still scared of, I mean, if you're going to get it, you're going to get it. And the problem is 8 out of 10 people with covit don't know they got it. That's why they have to make so many tests. Oh, you have covit. Oh, have I? I didn't know. I mean, it's so serious that you don't know you got it. I mean, okay, if you're 80 odd, if you're 82 and you get it, it could be quite serious, especially if you've got bronchitis or other problems wrong with you. But I think for the, I mean, I'm old, I'm 65, so I'm still quite old. But and I have arthritis and I have diabetes and I have gout in my foot, but I don't have problems with my lungs because I don't smoke and shit like that. And I probably wouldn't know if I got covit. I probably just seemed like a bad cough for a couple of days. I may have even had it. I had a sore throat for a couple of days. It may have been covit, it may not have been. Who can say? Because I just stayed in until it cleared up. I'm not going to go. But I don't hang around lots of people. I don't go in the bars because I don't drink because I don't have any money. I don't go where there's lots of people. I more or less keep myself to myself. Even in the village, same. So, but I've asked her to find out if I have to. I mean, you can get, with these little test kits from China, you can get false positives. So I'm on a very, very tight budget because all my money's been stolen by the bank. Now, if I have to pay to go, if I haven't got it and the machine says the test piece say you have got it, then I maybe have to spend all my money plus more. So as soon as I come out of the hospital, the quarantine, I'd have to go back to England and be homeless in England because I wouldn't be able to stay in Thailand. That's why I don't want to get it, just in case. But also the machines can say you got it when you haven't got it, and it happens quite a lot. Probably about a very lot. So I don't want to be risking anything like that. The sun's come out again now. Do I get rain or not? I'm waiting in today for deliveries from Lazada. So I get a message on the phone, oh, they're coming today. Your delivery will be attempted today. But they've done that before and they didn't come for 3 days later. You wait in just to save a few baht. You wait in all day to save 50 baht. Well, in some cases you wait in for 3 days. I prefer say, just say, oh, we're going to come today, then say, oh, we'll be there in an hour. But nothing easy now. I think they have problems from covit too. All their staff have covit. I mean, there is covit. It is more than what they're letting on, but when I go outside, I haven't got a mask now, but I go out anyway. I'm alone now, but if I go where there's going to be other people, I have my mask on. Whether or not they work or not, I don't know. But there's still loads of people, mainly foreigners, that won't wear the mask. They're all talking now about COVID. Oh, I don't want to get COVID. I said to one the other day, I said, why you only talk about COVID? I mean, you're so worried about COVID and you're talking to each other and none of you have got a mask on. I mean, I said, you're not that worried about it. And he started getting angry. And I said, well, if you get angry with me, I'll fucking have you out, pal, because I'm I'm built like a brick shithouse. And starting on me for a little comment like that, I thought was out of order, but he backed down. But if you're worried about COVID, wear the mask. It doesn't matter if you think the mask doesn't work or not. Maybe it doesn't because everyone's wearing masks and people are still catching COVID left, right and centre. But maybe they're not wearing a mask and catching COVID too. I wear a mask. I've had my two vaccinations. I may have caught it a few months ago, just after the second vaccination actually, but it was only a sore throat. Maybe that stopped me getting more than a sore throat. But what I'm worried about is this test, because if it gives me a false positive and I have to go in the hospital and they charge me 100,000 baht for that, then that's all my money finished and I'm back on the plane to England. If I can get enough money to get on the plane back to England, I'll be here in homeless, because I've been in Thailand over 20 years and I don't have family in England to support me. England, I have absolutely nothing. I have a couple of friends. Well, if they're in, I have one. I think I probably only have one what actually remembers me. I only have one what I'm in contact with. The rest of them, one passed away last week. So he was only 70, but I don't think it was COVID. It was something else. But I mean, I'm 65. So I'm not healthy. I'm healthy-ish, but I've got this arthritis. I've got this diabetes, pre-diabetes, but I still eat sugar. I stopped taking sugar for about 3 months, but I didn't feel one iota better. I didn't lose 1 kilo. Okay, I don't overdo it on the sugar. I have maybe 3 or 4 cups of tea a day. And yesterday and today I've been drinking ginger tea instead, so it's still tea. I'm probably having about 4 dessert spoonfuls of sugar a day. Added sugar, that is. In the village I eat a lot of fruit, but maybe not so much sugar. I eat smoothies in the village when I go there. But I don't lose any weight. I went down to 95 kilo, but normally I'm about 100 kilo. A few months back, with worry, not from not eating, I just lost 4 or 5 kilo. I went down to 95, but within a couple of weeks, I went back up. But that was worry. That was worry about the court cases for the bank. Nothing else but worry. When you get all your money stolen, you worry a lot. I feel, now I have no money, I feel inadequate, and I have to take care of my wife in the village, and I've had to cut her money down. That, not good for her, because she has to take care of the family, what they do in Thailand. I know she's living on a lot less now than what she used to get, and it's hard for her. I feel responsible for this, even though it's not 100% my fault I got my money stolen. I mean, when you can't trust the bank manager with your money, I mean, normally you can trust the bank manager, but in this case you can't. And I'm so angry about it, and disillusioned about Thailand. I see on the internet the other day, someone wants to know the best way of sending they want to move to Thailand, and they want to know the best way of sending all their money to Thailand. I thought, okay, I didn't reply saying don't send your money to Thailand because it's not safe. But it seems that the way Thailand is, if I don't know how to put it, but things aren't in your favour to fight off the Thai people. If you got them one against one in a boxing ring, the referee would be on their side. And it's the same here, I think. It's a job to put it, because I've still got a court case running, so I can't say, can't slag Thailand off too much, even though I'd like to, but you can't, because you're not allowed to in Thailand. You're just not allowed to. You're not allowed to say anything bad. And is it because they don't want the next person to know their scams? If I start saying exactly what they've done, the next person will know their scams. Is it about this? I'm thinking it could be. In England, if someone does something bad to you, say for instance a car lot's got dodgy cars, and you buy one, you tell everyone in town, all your friends you tell. England, I'm a taxi driver, so I come into contact with a lot of people. Okay, you upset this person, but if you do that in Thailand, if you find a place what's selling dodgy cars, and you tell somebody, they can sue you. In England, if you go to a restaurant what's not so good, and you tell your friends, hey, have you been to that new restaurant? And one of them says, nah, it's no good. If you do that in Thailand, the restaurant will sue you. You put a bad review on one of these internet things where they have the reviews, they will sue you for putting a bad review, and you will get fined. Even if the food was absolute rubbish. Even if the car you bought was a cut and shut, being chopped in two, and it said 20,000 miles on the clock, and it really had 80,000, or it's ex-taxi, and a cut and shut ex-taxi, you would be sued, and they would win. The Thais would win against a foreigner. Don't have any illusions about this, because they have proof you said it, because it's on the internet or something. You would lose the case. It's not easy in Thailand. Okay, the weather's okay, but now is the wrong time of year. Next month we have the rainy season. Well, usually after about the second half of next month, officially the rainy season. After Songkran, the war they had with the water, all this crap. The most dangerous time of the year in Thailand. I want to get to the village for that, because they shut the water off there. Okay, that's all, because I've run out of storage.